Beautiful people, this lady you're looking at calls herself Pure Heart, but her story took a dark turn. She owned a successful and thriving business in India. One day, a man sent her a message on her DM, an Indian man. This is the man. But she ignored it because, according to her, Indians and Africans do not relate. So she didn't reply his message on her social media handle. But this message was persistent and it kept coming on her social media platform and she kept ignoring it. But during the COVID lockdown, these messages from this particular guy kept coming in. Out of respect, she finally replied and responded to him. He visited her and she fell in love with him at first sight. After a few months of dating, he proposed to her. Despite her family's disapproval, she agreed to marry him because she was in love with him. Her husband worked in the Indian embassy. He wasn't paid much, but she owned a thriving, successful business at Indian. And she didn't care because she truly loved him. One day after their marriage, he said he wanted to build a house in another state in India, that he wanted them to be comfortable. And she generously gave him $10,000 for that building. And he traveled down to secure their future, as he told her. But soon after he traveled, her younger sister came to visit her from Nigeria. When her husband returned, she shockingly found out that her husband was cheating with her sister. You know what I mean? He was going to the other room with her sister. Because she was pregnant and weak, she didn't do much at the time. He traveled the second time to continue the building project. This time, he never returned, and she was due to give birth. She discovered that he had taken all her money. He had stolen her money and left her bankrupt. She eventually gave birth to a bouncing baby boy, and she was expecting that he would come back. So she went to the embassy, and they chased her away because she was a black woman. And she kept calling him, he was not responding. And this continued until after 2 months after she gave birth, her son fell ill. She continued to go to the embassy. This time, they called the police that escorted her out of the embassy, all because she was a black African woman. Her son fell ill. She didn't have money to take him to the hospital because at that time she was bankrupt. Her son eventually passed away. Out of frustration, she went back to the embassy and discovered that he was married to a woman who had 2 children. So he had returned back to his wife. The shocking thing is that the embassy knew all along that he was a married man. His intention was to scam her to take care of his family. This woman feels cheated, she feels betrayed, and she has lost everything because she lost her thriving business in India. She was left with no other option but to return back to Nigeria to start afresh. Beautiful people, what do you think about this woman's story? What are your thoughts about interracial marriage? Beautiful people, this story is a heart-wrenching cautionary tale of love, betrayal, and deceit. This painful experience serves as a stark reminder of the importance of thorough investigation and understanding of different cultures before entering into marriage. What are your thoughts on this tragic story? I want you to share your opinions in the comments and also share this video. Thank you.